Here at Liquid Manufacturing Solutions, we blend different liquids and bottle different liquids, ranging from dish soap to olive oil to various vinegars, and we want to do that in the best way possible. Today we have about 55 employees, plus call it 5 to 10 temporary employees. You know, when it comes to fair chance or second chance employees, we really try to not judge their past and try to build them up. And we try to do that with all our employees. Scott has become the lead operator on our most important bottling line. He has a really, really important job. He cares about it. He works really, really hard, has a positive, great attitude. I think he can have a really, really successful career here.
This job has been one of the biggest motivators for me in getting as far as I have. The people here are incredible. The culture, it's amazing. It's comforting. When you walk through that door, it's good morning, hey, how are you? Do you have a good night? It's like a family almost. In my past, I think the biggest vision I had was becoming a manager at a fast food restaurant. And that was like literally paycheck to paycheck. It's really hard to dream off of $13 an hour.
Oftentimes, guys that are second chance, fair chance, there were just a few moments in their life where a decision was made that really, really altered the course of their life. And I can think back to my life where, you know, I made a lot of dumb decisions and my path could have very well been different. In the case of Scott, you know, here's a guy, if you talk to him, you'd never get an idea of what his past was like. You just meet him at face value, you just wouldn't believe his journey.
I was adopted at a very young age. I don't even remember it. My mom was 14, my dad was 17. They were just unable to provide for me. My family was very good to me. My adopted family and my birth family never went without. Things started getting rough for me 7th or 8th grade. I never felt like I fit in. My last year of high school, I went to a trade school, met a whole new group of people. I pretended to be somebody I was not, and I didn't think I was good enough the way I was. Ended up going to parts of town that were not the greatest, which introduced me to people who weren't the greatest, which introduced me to a crowd that just took me down the wrong road. Overdosing, I can't even count how many times it became a normal thing, really. I don't even know how many times I got arrested. The lowest point was when my family just didn't accept me anymore. There was a point in time where my mom and dad blocked my phone number. They didn't want to hear from me because the only time I called them was to ask for money. So eventually they just had to show me hard love and they completely blocked me out. I knew I wanted to get in JobsPlus because the first time I had heard about all the guys that have went through JobsPlus and have these fantastic jobs, I was like, please, like, I do not want to work this fast food, making these low wages anymore. I need a good job. They came to my program, my treatment center. They came like to me pretty much when I was at the lowest of the lows, when I was like at my rock bottom, I didn't know what to do. And they started helping me from the very beginning. There is so many different chapters of JobsPlus that they go through with you, and they'll be right there with you every step of the way. You cannot get that anywhere else. It's a one-of-a-kind thing.
You know, my faith is super important to me, and I try to imitate Christ, because ultimately I'm trying to bring more people to God's kingdom, and by love and actions, like, that is the way I believe you do that. I try to walk in their shoes, and I try to think about what they need in order to be successful. And sometimes that is just doing a little bit extra, giving them an Uber to go to a PO, or making sure they feel okay if they have to go and have an appointment, that like there's not going to be any retribution or any consequences associated with that. And when you start seeing every day they're showing up and they're doing a great job, and that is becoming a habit, like, it's pretty special.
Right now, today, I still can't believe I made it this far. I finally did. Like, the things that my parents do for me now, I never thought that they would do for me ever again. I don't knock on the door when I go back to my old home. They tell me, just come on in. It's literally like it was when, I was 10 years old, still living and enjoying life as a kid. It's literally the same thing. I'm definitely able to dream now. I can see a vision. I'm actually able to save money now. I have never been put in the position that I'm in and what is expected of me and the trust that's put in me. On the weekends when we leave, it's only me and my partner that I run the line with. It's only me and him. We're the ones that lock the whole warehouse up. We set the alarm, we lock the door. Them putting that trust in us and to be able to have that leadership and learning those skills and figuring out how to do things like that is amazing. It really is.
I think that's really helped his confidence and helped him see what he's able to do in his life. A lot of the success is really about the support network people have, either at work, more importantly, outside of work. JobsPlus is really a support system in their lives. They're much more holistic. JobsPlus has a mission with those individuals that they're trying to achieve. Their pool of talent is different than, most call it other job placement companies, and I feel like our mission here at LMS is pretty well aligned with what their mission is, and we'll always be looking to help and support JobsPlus.